You are watching the KTLA 5 News at 7. Good evening. I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin. We begin with breaking news in Sherman Oaks. A traffic nightmare after a flatbed carrying hay catches fire on the 405.
Gil Lavis overhead in Sky 5. Gil?
Well, Micah and Sherry, the cleanup is underway here finally on the connector road. It's the connector road northbound from the 405 freeway to the north and south 101 freeway. They have one lane open of the three, and they're trying to clear up all the debris here, and they're going to be towing that truck that caught fire there out of here shortly, but the backup continues. In fact, this Culver Pass is still heavy traffic right now, all the way back to almost the 10 freeway to about Santa Monica Boulevard. Traffic is coming through the pass, but again, the CHP hoping to open up this connector road in the next 30 minutes or so to make that transition road open again for all these commuters right now. But again, heavy traffic and the cleanup underway. That's the latest overhead up in Sky 5. I'll hand it back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Gil. Elsewhere, today, a car in a Westlake parking lot.
Witnesses say the victim is in the head. KTLA's Sarah Welch reports from Palms.
The big question is who did this and why? Deadly shooting right across the street from Sony Studios along Washington Boulevard. And tonight we've learned that the victim was on the phone as the shots rang out. Sky 5 over the man shot at close range in a parking lot at an auto body shop in Palms.
There were several guns.
Just after 8 a.m., LAPD says the man was found in the front seat of a Honda SUV, Beverly Hills Auto Body Group. A person inside that business specializing in Honda repairs confirms the victim worked, and a woman claiming to be his girlfriend told media he worked as a claims adjuster, and he was on the phone with him when he suddenly said, "Hey, hey," and moments later she called back and told her had been shot.
When they arrived at scene, they located a male who's 51 years old, seated in a vehicle. The victim
died at the scene. Investigators do not have a description. They release only an individual in clothing who ran from the scene. Police in this West Side neighborhood will lead to pull the trigger.
There are lots of cameras in this area. As we continue in the investigation, that's going to be one of our main focuses, looking for video evidence that may have captured the incident and or the suspect.
And if you can help you to contact Crime Stoppers or the Los Angeles Police Department. In Palms, well, KTLA 5 News.
New video from Friday night crash out, which a pickup truck launched over an overpass and crashed freeway, landing on an SUV. Investigators are working to determine why the truck veered off Linden Avenue and on the freeway. Drugs and alcohol are not believed to be factors. The SUV drivers were transported to a trauma center in stable condition.
An emergency drilling is underway in a Newport Beach neighborhood after oil was found seeping into a home back in October. When city crews responded, they had methane gas. An emergency was red tagged. Now crews are feverishly racing to plug that oil leak stemming from a 100-year-old well. The city of Newport Beach says it hopes to complete the repair within the next day. Told the citizens 2 homes have been forced to evacuate.
An armed suspect is dead after a confrontation with police in Reseda. It happened after midnight. LAPD officers responded to calls of an assault with a deadly weapon near a 7-Eleven on Sherman Way. Investigators say officers confronted a man with a handgun and the shooting took place. The suspect was now dead at the scene. It's still unclear what led to the initial call or why officers opened fire.
May community on edge after security cameras catch casing a condominium, and it's not the first time suspicious characters have been seen lurking in the neighborhood. One
family says their building has been cased several times this year already, and they've had enough.
KTLA's Rachel Medetov live in Larchmont tonight.
The third time that this family's has cased in. Their fear, of course, is that the trespassers will take it a step further and try to break into one of their units. A pair of masked men appearing to line case large point, perhaps looking for a son is or isn't at home. From the 2 would-be burglars to get spooked by a and one to the other. This who doesn't identify says he believes the same duo or maybe even a trio been by his place in July, October, and as recently as last week.
Night, it is dark, but it's kind of brazen that they do it that early.
Husband's father reached out to KTLA after hearing about a burglary in another upscale on December 5th, or 7 o'clock at night. 4 masked intruders weaseled their way into their home through the hedges, scaled a rear wall, and shattered the door to the couple's master bedroom. In a matter of minutes, they ransacked the house, stole as many valuables as they could, laundry in one of the bedrooms. In both cases, the bandits don't seem deterred by the security cameras and clearly research to identify which places are worth pursuing.
My biggest fear is there could be a knife, and if they are ballsy or brazen enough to break in when people are home, that they'll, harm my wife and kids.
The incidents and simply they're under investigation. That's the very latest. Large Manitoff. I'll send it back to both of you in the studio.
Thank you, Rachel. Brian Fennis, York County for over 7 years, is stepping down from the role in January. Director of the newly created U.S. Wildland Fire Service, joint effort between the Interior and Agriculture departments that the Trump administration announced in September to modernize one man. Fennis is current 70 crew member with the new chief had been named.
A former service letter carrier who pleaded guilty to conspiracy to bank been sentenced to 05 Federal. Marianne McDermott of Carson stole mail containing credit cards. She allocated some cards others used to take trips and buy goods. Also ordered to pay over $660,000.
Prosecutors seek the death penalty for gunman in the shooting death of former General Hospital County actor. 19-year-old Barcelona faced attempt robbery May 2024 in Barcelona and face allegations that the crime was committed for benefit a criminal street. Barcelona could face life in prison without possibility of parole.
To the Golden Globes, Tom one bell after another dominated the field this morning with 9 nominations, including Best Picture, Director, and Sentimental Value. Followed with 8 and 6 apiece. Netflix, which stunned the entertainment world with its $82 billion for Warner Brothers last week, led all distributors with 35 nominations across film and TV. Is stepping in, making a hostile takeover bid for Warner Brothers Discovery.
Paramount has upped, promising an all-cash offer and plans to continue releasing films in theaters. KTLA's Gene Kang reports.
Hi there, a bidding war is up over Warner Brothers, Paramount, and Netflix going head, with the president saying tonight he's going to have a say. Is launching a hostile takeover. Warner Discovery offering $30 in an cash deal worth $78 billion, arguing its offer is to Netflix's $72 billion deal and faces fewer federal regulatory roadblocks.
Paramount is sidestepping Warner's board, which has already cut a deal with Netflix, and is instead going straight to Warner holders.
Paramount also has backing from President Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. David Ellison talking about it on CNBC.
We are offering shareholders $17.6 billion more cash than the deal with Netflix.
President Trump says he'll be personally involved in this where any deal gets the green light.
Well, that's got to go through a process, and we'll see what happens.
At the Kennedy honors this past weekend, he the Netflix quote,
"It's a lot of market share, so we'll have to see what happens."
They believe it creates an unfair and interferes with competition. They can then sue to block them.
This outcome could reshape streaming and increase your monthly bill. Reporting here in Hollywood, Gene Kang, KTLA 5 News.
More KTLA 5 News at 7.
The Supreme Court poised to grant presidents more power